Have you ever left a store wondering why you bought way more than you were planning on doing so? Or ever checked out of your online cart with a few extra products just because they happen to be on sale? Well, you're not alone in this. Companies use hundreds and thousands of psychological tricks that have been built up over many years to influence people, you, the customer, into buying more.
Did you buy this for me?
And these psychological tricks are based on what we're going to be talking about today, which is behavioral economics. If you're new here, hi and welcome to this channel. Here I talk about everything economics and how economics is such an integral part of everybody's everyday life, including yours. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So, first of all, anchoring. Anchoring is when your perception of the value is influenced by the first piece of information that you see. So, for example, if you see a luxury handbag worth £500, your mind will instantly associate the value of this handbag to £500. When this value drops in a sale, for example, you suddenly think you have a massive win because this handbag is worth £500. Your mind knows it's worth £500 now, but the fact that it's dropped down to £450 is a gain for you, even though probably the cost of the handbag was only £200 to make. Companies inflate this anchor price, which is the original price, so that when a sale happens, the drop can look massive. So obviously a 500 to 450 won't seem that big, but if we're going from 500 to 300, for example, then it is a really big drop, when the bag still, at its core worth, is probably only worth £200. Our brains are wired to compare. When we see a big discount, it triggers a dopamine rush, which makes us think that we are making a smart financial decision by buying. And this is why it is such a clever technique for companies to start with a higher price and then later in sales drop it down a bit more. Loss aversion is a really massive one. The amount of times that I've gone onto online shops or online websites and there have been time deals and buy this within the next 5 hours to get 50% off, and it pressures the person into buying the object, even if they were sort of on the edge about buying it, because they will want to do it quickly. They know that it's not going to come back. This is where the limited edition products come in and can persuade a lot of buyers to get these things. An example of where I've seen these limited edition products really being advertised and pushed is on the Taylor Swift website, where she has these cardigans that come out for each album, and essentially they come out as a limited edition 36 hour time to buy these cardigans, and if you don't get it then it's gone forever. But then you'll find that a couple months later those same things will come back, and it's just a very clever marketing technique that gets a lot of people to buy very quickly because they don't have time to think about it and they don't want to lose out. So then the third thing we're going to be talking about is the decoy effect, and this is highlighted in cinemas, specifically with like popcorn deals, where you'll have a small for £3 that you're not going to buy realistically because you want a decent amount of popcorn. You have a medium for, let's say, £5, but then a large for £6. Because there's only one difference between the large and the medium, people will just go with the large because you might as well. But this middle ground medium has guided them into buying the large because it seems like such a small step up. Realistically, the cinema isn't giving you a medium just for a fun option. They're doing that so that ultimately you will buy the large. Freebies and bundles are also another technique that companies use. So when you get free shipping, for example, if you spend over a certain amount, it gets people to just put something else in their basket just so they can get free shipping. And it makes sense, and ultimately it might save you money, but it is just another way to get people to buy more, and it is a behavioral and psychological thing that companies do. Companies also know that the word free will then flip a switch in your brain, which will make you overlook the actual cost. So you'll see free shipping, and instead of calculating how much the shipping would be and how much you would lose or gain by buying another product, you would just think, oh, it's free, let me just buy another item to get the free shipping, and you feel like you've succeeded and that you've won something free. The last trick that we're going to be speaking about today is a little bit scary because it's about how companies can use algorithms to tailor prices to where you are, what you're doing, what device you're on, your past search history, and what you look for. And this can become very invasive of your privacy when we're looking at cookies and how much information they have on you. It's a bit scary to see how prices can change based on who you are on the internet. And this was seen in a case with Amazon, I think, where they would show more expensive products, or the products would just be more expensive to different people based on their past search histories. and where they were. So the best tip for that one would be to not ever accept all cookies. Try and reject them if you can, or only accept the necessary ones. So that does bring us to the end of this video, and I hope that you found it useful, because I certainly did. I think knowing the ways that the companies are able to influence us allows us to be more cautious when we are buying things and think like, do I really need this? Am I just buying it because I want free shipping? Are the costs going to outweigh the benefits of it? And am I making a smart financial decision by purchasing this item? I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you next week.